Dear little V, this one's important, honey. Let's talk about boundaries. I know they can feel really tricky. You worry about hurting people's feelings, about being misunderstood, or coming across cold. You wonder if setting limits makes you a bad person. But let me tell you something loud and clear. Setting boundaries isn't mean. It's one of the most loving things you can do, actually, for yourself and for the people in your life. Boundaries are about knowing your limits and not betraying them. They're about saying, this is what I need to feel safe and to feel whole. And girlfriend, that is not selfish, it's not woo-woo, it's not silly. It's self-respect. And honey, I want you to be walking around with all the self-respect in the world. Self-respect you have not given yourself. If you were to describe yourself, do you want to say, I am a person with very little self-respect? Or do you want to be able to say, I am a person with all the self-respect in the world? Understanding boundaries is understanding that if your cup is empty, you have nothing left to give yourself or others. Remember, you cannot be everything to everyone. You have to take care of you first. I know what you're thinking, but what if they don't understand? What if they think I'm mean or selfish or difficult? And here's the truth. Not everyone is here to understand your boundaries. In fact, many won't. Some people might push back. Some might even get upset. But you can say, no hate, but respectfully, I'm gonna have boundaries anyway. Their reaction, that's not your job to manage, my girl. It is not in your wheelhouse. Your responsibility is to yourself, to your peace, to your well-being. And anyone who truly loves and respects you will honor the boundaries you set every time, even if it takes them a moment to adjust. Think about this for a second. How many times have you said yes to something when your insides were just screaming no? How many times have you overextended yourself, stayed silent, or let something slide because you didn't want to rock the boat? And tell me, how did that leave you feeling? Drained? Resentful? Like pieces of you were being chipped away one by one? That is what happens when you don't set boundaries, honey. You end up running on empty, and that's not fair to you or to anyone else. Here's what I've learned. Boundaries aren't walls. They're not about shutting people out or keeping people at arm's length. Boundaries are bridges. They show people how to meet you in the middle, how to love and respect you in a way that works for you. Remember that when you set a boundary, you are not saying, I don't care about you. You're just saying, this is my life and I need to care about me more. First, get clear on your needs. Do you know how many people in the world can't actually name their needs? So this will take practice, but it'll get easier. Ask yourself, what's feeling off to me here? What's making me feel uncomfortable or disrespected or uneasy? Sit with those feelings. Knowing what you need is the first step to setting boundaries that stick. Next, you need to understand that setting boundaries does not have to be ugly. Boundaries don't have to be harsh or confrontational. You can say things kindly. If it doesn't come naturally to you, practice. Practice on your own, write it down, rehearse it. You can't expect something you've never practiced to come naturally to you. That's okay. Then hold the line. And girlfriend, I won't lie, this is the hard part. Once you set a boundary, you have to stand by it. People might react, let them react. It's not about you. People might test you, they might push back, but holding your ground shows them that you respect yourself and you mean it. And more importantly, it shows yourself that you're worth it. Finally, remember the why. Whenever you feel guilty or doubt yourself, come back to this. Boundaries are about protecting your why. Why do you need this boundary right now? It's about protecting your peace, your energy, and your joy. Boundaries are about creating a life that feels good to live. And when you honor your needs, you're not just taking care of yourself, you're teaching others how to respect you. You're saying, this is what I need to show up as my best self. And here's the beautiful thing. When you set boundaries, you create space for the relationships that truly matter to flourish. The people who love you, they'll respect your boundaries because they want you to feel whole and happy. And the ones who don't, well, my love, maybe they're not your people. And that's okay. You'll survive without them. You'll wake up tomorrow and the earth will still be rotating. So the next time you're worried about setting a boundary, remember this. You're not being mean. You're being true to yourself. You're saying, I'm not gonna betray myself this time. You're being brave. You're taking care of yourself so you can show up fully for the people and things that actually matter. Setting boundaries isn't just okay, it's necessary. And you, my girl, deserve to live a life where your needs are met, your peace is protected, and your heart feels free. Until the next letter, with all my love, V.